Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Anne, and this is my channel of how I am going through my growth in spiritual world. I am a yogini, tantric yogini, and I am also reiki practitioner and spiritual life coach. So I'm also putting a tarot and helping people out with kind of bit of a this and that, okay? So this channel is mostly about what I have figured out in my life in a spiritual aspects, and of course bringing in some historical facts and where is everything going and growing. I try not to get political, so let's stay out of that. So today I really want to talk about is abandonment issues. Now, if you're any kind of a new age and spiritual worker, you know that currently in astrology we have two retrogrades, Mars retrograde, and we also have Mercury retrograde. Mars is in an Aries and Mercury retrograde is in Scorpio, what means that Mars is bringing up anything from the past and Scorpio is bringing up anything what is deep embedded into their subconscious. So abandonment issues is probably a very, very hot topic. And a lot of people are dealing with it because we are a lot of ways abandoned at the moment with the COVID-19 into lockdown into our own homes, and we have to deal with the very deep issues because we feel abandoned by the government, abandoned by our families, and it's very, very scary time. So abandonment issues could be a very hot topic at the moment with anyone and everyone to deal with. So let's see how we can work with this. So there is quite a few research done on abandonment issues. Well, I'll leave a link below of this clinical psychiatric nurse student who does very great short videos and talks about any kind of a mental health issues. She has a great resources there, and they will be linked below in the description box for her. Another thing what I have found is that we don't really talk about why we have abandonment issues, but if you're rooting a little bit further down in our prehistorian times and matriarchy and patriarchy and where things have gone wrong, then you can actually find where we have developed those issues and how actually quite easily we can actually change that type of mindset around. Now, it might not be, I say easy because I have done the work, but if you implementing that work outside the world where we are still a little bit locked and not fully ascended, it's hard. Just opening the conversation and lightening a little bit of the mood outside with other people and explaining where you're coming from can work wonders. So I'm going to leave a book below what has inspired me to do this video for you, and it could be a great source of help and understanding what are you going through and why you're going through what you're going through. So fun fact number one, okay, if you might not even think that you have abandonment issues, but fun fact is we all have abandonment issues. I do, my dog, my cat, all domesticated animals and all human beings do have abandonment issues. And this is just, you could go like, no, I don't, but you do. That's how we are raised. And even when you're saying, no, I don't, it's probably somewhere in your security that you deny that, because it might have been embedded into you that if you do say that, you're not as strong personality or not as independent personality. So we all have it. Why? And I'll explain you why. Because when you're going back into a 4000 BC millennial, okay, 4000 years BC, before Christ, we live in a matriarchic world when we as human beings were considered as a subject, a soul, and as a spirit. When patriarchy came over and took away our subject and made us into an object where it mattered as a body and the matter. So we lost our spiritual or our instincts to do it. That's why I'm saying all domesticated animals have abandonment issues as well, because when you're going into wild animals world, there is another one animal who would be too insecure or shaking when you're raising your voice or you bang the door, because they have never had any kind of objectivity. These babies or these offsprings have left their parents and their mothers on their own accord. They haven't been pushed away or hidden away, unless there has been intervention by human being or human intervention in trying to take the babies away or the mothers away, or shot or killed or anything like that. So we have, oh, look at that. Sorry. So we have this embedded in us, from the time when matriarchy and the subject of human soul was taken away and we were put into objective world in patriarchy. So what that means, in the subject, mothers were in matriarchy, the mothers were holding on to the whole core of the family. There was no marriage, there was no ownership of a woman or a child. They were all grown together, okay? So if you were ready to leave your safe environment, you were free to do that. But as long as that, no one pushed you out. No one told you that you have to put your child into another gate to sleep, okay? Because they're 6. There should be more independent. But in an objective world, in patriarchy, we became an object, okay? So you give a birth to a baby, this is a body, this is a matter, this is a baby. And you should follow rules how to raise that baby. So we are losing our own instinct how to raise the kids, okay? Because we're being told. The moment you get pregnant, you'll be told what you need to do to go through the pregnancy, rather than having this nurturing around you where they kind of say, follow your body, follow your mind. Now, let's be honest, the world is opening up for it much more these days again, and that's for the age of Aquarius and the rising, and it's fantastic. I love it. I absolutely adore it. But as a mother, I raised my kids by the book, okay? They're 5 and 8. I'll get to that point at the end of the video. So this is the fun fact. This is the history where we are being objective, and that means that in very young age, when the baby is actually born, they have no ideas, they have no opinions, they're free-spirited in so many levels. And in very young age, because you'll be told, you just don't feed that thing to the child, or like I said, don't give them dodo, potty train them at 1. So you're kind of taking away a lot of their own safe environment and their own instincts by telling them to follow certain type of rules, what are not probably the rules what they will go into in the world when they start to work with their own spirit and their own independence. So very young age, we actually embed a lot of abandonment issues to the kids already. So we all have it, okay? There is a certain things what we can do. I don't, like, if anyone comes to me, no, I don't actually have I hear you, but please hear me out, okay? So there's a lot of ways how you can figure it out. Do you have any abandonment issues? Are you clinging on certain objects? Like, do you like shopping and you overly shop? Do you hold on to certain type of objects like old pictures, tickets, books? Are you attached to anything like that? That's one of the ways how you feel safe and secure in certain type of objects, okay? Are you a people pleaser? Are you trying to follow the trend to the T? Do you have the newest car? That's abandonment, because you need to feel safe in your environment. And the abandonment issue is all about feeling safe and secure. If you're any type of insecurity within you, it could be speaking up publicly, that's already a certain ways of abandonment issue, underlying abandonment issue, okay? So we all have it because the way we have been raised for the past centuries. Now, you could be saying that I have been growing up in a very loving family, and my mother, I slept with my parents until I was 12. Now, they're great for you, good for you. I'm absolutely delighted, but I do still want you to go back a little bit and see, could there be anything what maybe your parents on their abandonment issues have put it onto you? Okay. Example from my own life. I lived with a man for a quite significant years, and even though the man wasn't around, he had massive abandonment issues by making me dependent on him. By me having my own abandonment issues, I let him because I wanted to please him. I loved him and he made me feel safe and secure, and his dealio was that felt safe when he made people dependent on him so they couldn't leave. And if I would go and ask him, do you have any abandonment issues? He would say, no. What are you talking about? I'm a man. The abandonment issues is a woman thing. And that's another kind of a levels and layers there. But this has been because his mother relationship was falling apart, and he's the baby of the family. So his mother smothered him and made him dependent on her, because that's how she was making sure that the people would leave her, that her abandonment issues were embedded in there. So we all have different level of abandonment issues, and if any, like I said, good for you if you say you don't have it. Now, what can you do? First thing, what I do recommend to do is open a conversation, even your counselor or your psychologist, or even in your family and safe circle, and ask about it and have a conversation. What could have gone wrong in your childhood that you would have that abandonment issues? And when you have figured it out, make peace with it. And that's all what you need to do. Make peace with it. When you have made peace with the whole idea of the abandonment issues, you're more likely to figure it out when you are actually implementing, or you're feeling unsafe around it, of why you have anxiety. Is it, and then you're going, oh, hang on, that's actually to do with my childhood issues, nothing to do with this person, nothing to do with me. Let it go. Just have a conversation. If you're not feeling safe, why I'm not feeling safe? Oh, that's actually a trigger from something from the past. And you just deal with it. And it is so much easier to deal with it. You're never going to be fully healed, but you're letting go of this layer, and you can deal with it. You can live with it. That's the whole point. You can live with it. When you are having let's say a major idea that some abandonment issue, or that you are very needy or really attached to people, and the people don't attach back to you, these people are not your people, okay? Now, I can guarantee you that when you have figured out where do you have your abandonment issues, where do you have this attachment issues, then you're lot less likely to have those issues again, or you're much more likely have less of urge to be codependent or attached to people too quickly. You're quite happy and safe in your own environment because you can name the anxiety, so you don't have a need to look for security or safe anywhere else. You can name it, you can put it into bed, and it gets better and better over time. Now, if you're a parent like me and you kind of go like, oh, more likely I have effed up my kids by putting some kind of issues in them when they were babies. That's okay. I, in a way, freaked out too, but there is always something what we can do, and we can start to deal with the same ways now as we would deal with our own issues with them. The one thing is, please do not put your own emotional baggage onto your kids. Like, don't smother them with love because you were abandoned as a child. You understand, I was abandoned as a child, and now moving into this try to make them more safe as themselves. Let them to be independent when they want to be independent, and when they don't want to be independent, don't push them too hard, okay? It's not bad to push them in certain level, but always remember their wants and needs, and your wants and needs. Are they actually in balance? Okay, so it's not the end. We can make them still human beings and very functional and great human beings who would not have that much of abandonment issues when they have kids, and they wouldn't put this much of abandonment issue in their kids, by just making them feel very safe and secure in their environment right now, and tell them that if you're not feeling safe and secure, all you need for it is you. You are the safe and secure personality, and you love yourself as much as I love you. Okay, so this is all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed it. The book and the link or that channel would be listed below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like the video, and if you want to see more. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to chat to you soon. Mwah.